vault built to survive a nuclear blast, 6 inches of reinforced steel, 10 separate layers of security, heat sensors, magnetic fields, seismic alarms, timed locks, and over one weekend in 2003, someone walked in and emptied it. This is the story of the Antwerp Diamond Heist, a real event that seems like a movie. Welcome, this is the corporate narrator, bringing you the most gripping true stories out there. If you love deep dives, dark twists, and stories that stay with you long after they end, make sure you like and subscribe. Help us grow our channel, because every new subscriber fuels the next unforgettable story. And trust me, the next one starts now. Monday morning. On February 17th, 2003, employees arrived at the Diamond District in Antwerp, expecting a normal start to the week. The Antwerp Diamond Centre was the epicenter of the global diamond trade. Billions of dollars in stones pass through this building every year. Deep inside, 2 floors underground, sat the vault. By 8 a.m., someone unlocked it and immediately knew something was wrong. Inside were 189 safety deposit boxes. 109 of them had been opened. Their contents, loose diamonds, gold, cash, priceless stones, gone. There were no burn marks, no shattered locks, no sign of forced entry. It looked as if someone had simply used the door. The vault wasn't just a steel room. It was a layered defense system designed to make robbery mathematically impossible. A 3-ton vault door, a combination lock with millions of permutations, a magnetic field alarm that triggered if the door's metal plates shifted even slightly, infrared heat sensors capable of detecting body temperature, Doppler radar motion detectors, seismic vibration sensors tuned to drilling or impact, light sensors, 24/7 surveillance cameras, armed security patrols. If any one of those systems detected tampering, the police would be notified instantly. Yet over the weekend, none of them activated. After clearing out 109 boxes, a process that took hours, the team left the building undetected. They carried away diamonds valued at over $100 million. And for a moment, it looked like they had achieved the perfect crime. But days later, in a forest outside Antwerp, a man walking his dog discovered garbage bags. Inside were sandwiches, gloves, and pieces of the building's surveillance materials. It was a tiny lapse in discipline, but it was enough. Very quickly, investigators focused on a man who seemed to belong in the building. His name was Leonardo Notarbartolo, well-dressed, polite, soft-spoken, an Italian diamond dealer who had rented office space inside the Diamond Centre for more than 2 years. He paid rent on time. He attended meetings. He drank coffee with other merchants. He wasn't sneaking around. He was blending in. And during those 2 years, authorities later discovered he wasn't building a business. He was building a blueprint. Notarbartolo wasn't working alone. His team, later dubbed the School of Turin, specialized in high-precision theft. They didn't believe in rushing. They believed in understanding systems better than the people who built them. Investigators later learned the crew had constructed a full-scale replica of the vault door and security mechanisms back in Italy. They practiced for months, every screw, every sensor, every timing delay. They learned when guards patrolled, when systems recalibrated, when access was least suspicious. By the time the heist weekend arrived, this wasn't improvisation. It was choreography. Now here's where it gets astonishing. Because they didn't overpower the vault. They neutralized it, layer by layer. The infrared heat and motion sensors. The vault contained a combined infrared heat and motion detector, capable of sensing body temperature shifts. The day before the heist, during normal business hours, Notarbartolo entered the vault under legitimate access. While inside, he casually sprayed women's hairspray directly onto the infrared sensor. The fine aerosol film created a temporary insulating layer over the lens. It didn't destroy the sensor. It didn't trigger an alarm. It simply dulled its ability to detect thermal changes. During the actual heist, the team also used polystyrene panels, lightweight insulating material, to shield their body heat as they moved within the vault area. To the system, the room temperature barely changed. The magnetic field alarm on the vault door. The vault door was protected by a magnetic contact system. If the magnetic field between two metal plates separated, an alarm would immediately sound. But here's what the thieves realized. The system only monitored continuity. So earlier, during legitimate access, they had slightly loosened the screws holding the magnetic plates in place. On the night of the robbery, they carefully removed the plates and inserted a custom-cut aluminum plate that maintained the magnetic field connection even while the door was technically open. To the alarm system, the door was still closed. The combination lock investigators believed the combination was obtained through careful observation and possibly miniature hidden cameras placed during earlier visits, because there was no evidence of forced dialing or manipulation. The lock was opened cleanly, as if by someone who knew the code. Seismic and vibration sensors. Drilling or hammering would have triggered seismic alarms instantly, so the crew avoided power tools entirely. They used hand tools only, slow, controlled pressure devices designed to minimize vibration. And because they had rehearsed extensively on their replica vault, they knew exactly how much force to apply without triggering detection thresholds. No sudden shocks, no sharp impacts, just quiet mechanical precision. Light and surveillance cameras. Inside the antechamber, cameras recorded activity. The team covered them with black plastic bags. But covering a camera would normally trigger a light sensor alarm. So before doing so, they taped over the light detection sensors to prevent the system from recognizing sudden darkness. They even removed and later attempted to dispose of internal surveillance tapes, which leads to their only real mistake of leaving behind the evidence in the forest. The thieves didn't break into the Antwerp Diamond Centre. They became part of it. They rented offices, paid dues, built trust, and studied the system so thoroughly that when they finally opened the vault, they weren't forcing it, they were operating it. Notarbartolo was arrested and later convicted. But here's the part that still unsettles investigators. Most of the diamonds were never recovered. Loose stones don't carry serial numbers. Once recut and sold, they disappear into the global market forever, which means somewhere in the world, someone may be wearing a diamond from the most sophisticated vault heist in modern history, and they would never know it. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. Seriously, it means more than you think. Before you go, I want to hear from you. What story should we cover next? And how can we make these videos even better for you? Drop your ideas, feedback, or even the darkest cases you've heard of down in the comments. Help us grow this channel into something unforgettable. And until the next story, stay curious.